why call in and also impact my chances of matching with someone else?
Yeah, so let me just apologize if you felt like my calling impacted your chances to match with
It
somebody
did.
else.
It did.
So I apologize for
It
that.
did.
Who are you trying to fool? Is it yourself? Like, is it your lust? Is it us? Mark, tell us what's going on. Let's bring
Yeah,
up
so
Ivonna and get her perspective on this. And go ahead. While we bring up Ivonna, go ahead and share your thoughts on that, Mark.
yeah, and I also want to say that I understand that, when we met up and everything like that, I guess the message wasn't initially what she expected to hear. But at the end of the day, I left it open and I told her that we can continue to be friends. It's not like I just wanted to meet up with her and then go and do my separate thing. But she's the one who ended the friendship. Like, it wasn't me. It was, yeah.
Every woman got that damn Stanley Cup. I promise. Every woman got that Stanley Cup. Let me all right. Let me ask you there, Ivana. When you heard the proposal of,
Let's be
let's be
friends.
friends, was that attractive to you? What did you think? What was going through your mind at that time when you heard that?
Totally cool with the friends part, but I don't know about y'all. I'm a clarity person. I don't know if y'all mind if I get a little clarity real quick before we deep dive.
Please
Absolutely.
get some clarity.
So, what day did you mention that you got the acceptance for school?
I got it on. It was Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday evening,
Okay. And Ryan and Todd,
or
what
maybe Wednesday.
time
It
is the
was
show?
Wednesday. Yeah.
The show is at 8 p.m. Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Right. So according to that timeline, it sounds like you got the notice before you called into the show.
So it was
My issue with that is
it was
I
Wednesday. It was Wednesday. I
oh
got it on
now it's
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
I could
That's
send you
pretty
the email,
convenient.
but I'm
Um,
yeah.
but yeah. So if you felt like you had that big of a life change coming up, my challenge is like I don't understand why call in and then essentially like remove my opportunity from matching with anyone else because we're in a point where you really weren't on stable ground to start having a conversation. You said that you were waiting to hear back within January. The chances for you to get meet somebody January whatever 10th it was and get in a relationship by the time you got into school was unrealistic. So like why call in and also impact my chances of matching with someone else?
Yeah, so let me just apologize if you felt like my calling impacted your chances to match with
It
somebody
did.
else.
It did.
So I apologize for
It
that.
did.
And like I said before, I wasn't planning on going to school this year. Like I didn't think I was going to get an acceptance letter. The fact that I got an acceptance letter is what led me to all this mindset because I got the acceptance letter and I realized that I could not actually attend school because I wasn't ready for it. And I needed to be in a space where I'm ready to attend school, just like that.
So are you going to school or aren't you?
I'm not.
All right. Well, I don't want to get too distracted from the points. I just wanted to highlight that the Tuesday timeline didn't align. And then also, I just wanted to touch on the why the friendship wasn't possible. So after he told me that he had this life change over the last couple of days, um, we left the dinner pool completely fine. Then I get a message from him the next day asking, can he bother me for a minute? And he calls me again on Instagram and he asks me if we can work out together.
Most people have no idea how to plan a date that builds connection with 100 engaging dating cards, skip the small talk, and get straight to the real conversation. Let's take the dating game to the next level. Click the link in the description and use discount code CLIPS for 10% off.
Which I consider to be another date. So that would kind of go against this whole not having time thing. But that's also something very intimate that I'm just like not doing with people in general. So I found that to be interesting. And it wasn't even that. That was the final straw.
Wait,
Which
hold tight. Wait, don't hit the final straw yet because we didn't get
okay.
that the second straw. You
It's
just let
hella
us
straws.
right.
It's hella straws right now.
Hold on. So Mark says let's be friends, and
Yeah.
does Mark? Do you have Ivana's number, physical phone number at that time?
No, I don't.
No.
So I just want to confirm, y'all went on an entire date and no phone numbers was exchanged.
Yeah, no.
No.
Now,
He hit me
Mark,
up the next day again in Instagram DM.
Mark, explain that to me. What's going on?
Um, I don't know. I wasn't focused on getting her number. Literally, like the reason we ended the date, was because I was trying to get to my brother's basketball game. Otherwise, we'd have probably been there talking some more. But that was why I ended. So, the number would have probably happened eventually, but it wasn't like a big focus of mine.
Okay. And you say, let's be friends. Then the next day, what was your intent behind the workout? Was that, I'm not going to put words in your mouth. What was your intent behind the workout?
Yeah, no, cause so like when we left the date, it was can this be a friendship that basically see where it goes. So with the working out, it was just okay. That's something that she does. That's something that I do. Why can't we work out together?
Okay. So is that any different? Because in my mind, this is what I want to ask you, just to get clarity here. Is that any different from dating? If you go on
A workout?
what will be the difference? What will be the difference? I'm just curious.
Just for me, it's like I wasn't pursuing her in a romantic sense. It was more so, let me see if I'm compatible with this person as a person, not romantically. So yeah.
Okay. Well, check it out.
Where does that come from, though, Mark? Where does this, like, where did you get this from? That's not romantic. Like, how do you, if you come on and you say public, Mark, this was, thousands of people have seen it at this point. You literally said, hey, I'm interested in you. I'm attracted to you. You're blushing on live television. You go out on a date with her. How do you remove the romanticism out of asking a follow-up date at the gym? You're going to see her. You're going to see her figure.
By the way, that's a great date.
It's a great date.
A gym date is a great date.
It's going to be intimate. It's going to be encouraging. It's going to be, you know.
Probably leading the workout. So you showcasing leadership. I know you're in the military, so you probably,
But having
you're going to show out in there.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
Like, that's a
you
very
have
attractive
your
space.
tank top on there. So what's going on? Like who are you trying to fool? Is it yourself? Like, is it your lust? Is it us? Mark, tell us what's going on.
Me, y'all, he's trying to fool me, and this is what we go through. And I'm not pressing this because I actually care. I think it's important that y'all get the real life play out of the nonsense that we go through out in these day and streets.
Wait. Give me the last straw before we go ahead and close out. There's no answer for that. Just give me the last straw.
I'm gonna keep the last straw cute because they're eating me up in the comments, but after he asked to go on the workout, we had a conversation where he had the opportunity to express some views of his, which aren't, some of them not fact-based and not aligned with my beliefs. So that was just at a point that we really wouldn't even be able to have a friendship because I wouldn't want to be having those types of combative conversations.
No. Don't hit me with that vagueness. Don't do that. You don't do that, Ivonna.
Y'all want me to tell you him what y'all
tell me what the situation was, or don't tell me at all.
So the first point that he chose to bring up is he asked me about my view on politics. And I asked, well, that's a very vague question. Can you ask me like more specific? Are you asking me who I voted for, what party I usually vote with? And he's like, well, who do you usually vote with? And I said, well, I tend to vote Democrat. And he said, let me take a swig. He said, my issue with the Democrats is that they enable Black people through government assistance like welfare, and don't put in ramifications that make it uncomfortable for them to be on welfare, so that they just continue to be on welfare and they don't do better for themselves. And I think most of us know that the majority of recipients of welfare and the government assistance in the states are white people, and it's in line with the population. So it's just simply not true. So that was one. Would you like me to share another one?
Okay, so pretty much this was all a political debate. A political debate pretty much broke out in the middle of the date.
No, this wasn't the date. This was the follow-up call about
okay,
the workout.
Got it.
So was it all politically inclined after this, or all the points you're about to give me after this politically inclined?
Or give us some of the
Not
topics.
all
Give us
of
some.
them.
Give us some of the hot topics.
Yeah, just give us some topics so we can breeze through it.
I'm like afraid to share the last one because I don't want people to attack you in the comments.
What
That's
was the
that's
last
fine. You can share
one?
that. So I'm gonna share it, right. Basically, what I was trying to tell her was that how I don't really, I guess, agree with how the Democrats were supporting the LGBT. I'm gonna butcher the name, but the community.
LGBTQ community.
Yeah, and just because of how there's pedophiles hiding among these people, and but she wasn't the way I said it. It wasn't like it was coming off of that. I guess she was taking it as if I'm saying like the LGBTQ community are like pedophiles, but I was trying to say that pedophiles are able to hide in this community because of the different things that are allowed. But I wasn't able to make myself clear at the time, and she wasn't getting that, and it just became a big thing.
So first of all, this part is really tricky right here.
And who knows what the chat think? Because the chat be concerned. The chat might be celebrating. The
I know,
chat is
right? He might have won the
crazy.
chat over now.
Right.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, Trump. Now here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm not mad at no brother. Honestly, nobody for their political views. I'm a little different. I'm not the kind. Y'all be breaking up with y'all best friends and mamas over politics. I'm not the kind of type. I'm not the type to do that. What I will say is that's a strange way to build rapport and to start, when you're trying to build the relationship,
Mark went
to
in.
start the political debate with your lady
random.
early on.
It just came up randomly. It wasn't even like something that I wanted to talk about. It just, I don't know. It just came up. It came up because we were talking about kids. We were talking about kids, and I was telling her why I was hesitant about having kids because of the whole situation with the bathroom and how men were able to go into the girls' bathroom and stuff like that. So that's how that all came up. But,
And Mark, remind us, how old are you?
I'm 28.
28.
Got it. Ivonna, you as well?
I'm 31.
31.
So, interestingly enough,
I get it.
That part of the conversation, that actually was not as shocking as some of the other stuff, believe it or not. I think, I personally would not have popped off a political debate, with a young lady early on in the convo, just personally, but I'm not judging Mark for his political views whatsoever. I do think though, as a young man, again, I am on point with you, focusing on God and paper, but what you just got to do is just be consistent, in how you show up.
Yeah.
Because you really sending mixed signals.
Because you're going to see those women, every now and then, the ones that you want to jump on camera for. But if what you're doing is focusing on God and your work, then that's what you need to do. Because what happens is you go half-stepping out there, and now you putting your risk at your reputation at risk, right? And you wasting other people's time. So you just have to be very considerate of that. And trust me, I'm sure Tyshawn as well have had our fair share of doing that. But the thing about it, you don't have to step on all these necks, hurting all these feelings on the way for you to get.
And by the way, and
together.
I've done it, Mark. I've done what you're doing.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
I've done what you're doing intentionally, because honestly, what you're doing is really just player vibes. Like you get a woman kind of under your aura of being attracted to you. You tell them that you really don't want nothing serious because you focus on your bag right now, but you still continue to pursue them.
Right.
But you tell them it's friendly, which really friendly just means casual. So whatever we do,
So
if we have sex,
let me just say this, because you did mention how like maybe I'm looking for sex or something like that. I've been abstinent for 2 years. I was married before. Now I'm divorced. I want to make sure that the next person I meet, is going to be the person that leaves me, that's going to be with me forever. So that's why I started as a friendship first. So I'm not looking for no sex or anything like that. I asked her, to come to
Mark,
her church so I can visit her church.
See, Mark, it doesn't have to be sex. It could be attention. It could be time spent. It could be emotional support. It could be you just bored.
Yeah, I was just saying, I just wanted sex. That was me. That was me. That was my testimony.
It could be a lot of things, but when you talk about establishing a friendship, it's not.
Yeah, it was companionship. I was looking for companionship, right? But I didn't want to waste her time, so that's why I told her about everything that transpired in my mind, and if she wanted to continue with this, the option's her. But I wasn't playing her. Like I didn't have to say everything. I could have just continued with this and kept everything in my mind. But I wanted to put it out here to let her know that this is where my mind is at, and if you're not on the same page, then maybe this is not gonna work.
But see, Mark, this is what Tyshawn's trying to get you to understand. The closeness that you are pursuing is
Yeah.
what brings in the romanticism. You could be friends from afar. You don't got to be doing one-on-one workouts with the girl. If the girl goes to the run club, you go to the run club. There's 20 people there. You talk to her every now and then at the run club. That's about as close as you can get. Once you start doing things one-on-one, you expressing your interest, you talking about how good she looks, those types of things completely send mixed signals. It doesn't matter what you're logically thinking. You have to consider what the woman is considering. So all those things that you was doing, this is telling her, you telling her, verbalizing her one thing, but you're showing her something completely different.